TV. I'm Adam.
And I'm Naomi. This is the place where retailers can hang out, innovate and propel their sales.
And have some fun along the way. We usually do.
Yes, we do.
Naomi's a jet captain. She teaches commercial pilots how to fly. And what she brings to you is systems management and leadership.
Adam's background is as a tax agent, and very lucky to have him here because not only can he help you find the money in your business, he can help you keep it.
And we'd like to do that occasionally too. On this week's program, we're going to be talking about reward programs and how they can propel your sales.
They're also referred to sometimes as continuity programs.
Some examples you might be well aware of are things like flybys and fuel discounting.
And my favourite, which is coffee loyalty programs, coffee cards, and something I know a little bit about, which is frequent flyer programs.
Well, let's hope so, Captain. Some businesses actually don't believe that loyalty programs work very well, but if implemented properly, they can really propel your sales.
So that's why you really need to stay tuned, because we're lucky enough to have John Dwyer, also known as JD, who's a marketing legend in Australia, and he knows a whole lot about continuity programs and how you can use them in your business.
Last episode we were talking about lumpy mail, and this is the next logical step, because lumpy mail is used to get your client, whereas continuity program is to keep that client coming back through your door.
That's right, because remember that it's 8 times cheaper to sell to an existing client than to source a new one.
Also this week we've got the retail news as we know it, and Naomi's favourite segment, Retail Gossip. In retail news, Coles has been receiving a little bit of flack recently for introducing their Down Down program into their Coles Express stores. What they're worried about is whether that's anti-competitive in the long run. It seems to be great for consumers in the short term, but we have to wait and see how that's going to be for the little men over the longer journey.
Also in the news, Myer and their well-known Myer One card program, which has been going for a while, they've just gone tech and they've now given you access to Myer One cards on your smartphone as an app, which is going to please a lot of ladies because handbags with less cards are so much better.
And that's really going to help you, Naomi. Also in the news is Subway. Subway have actually had to come out and apologise about their sandwich length.
That's right, Adam. A consumer recently on Facebook has posted a photo just trying to find out exactly if a foot long is actually a foot long. And it does turn out that it's only 11 inches.
Who would have guessed?
Not me. And that's all the retail news.
That you've actually got something new out at the moment that is going to be a real game changer as far as continuity programs go. She actually mentioned it was going to be the 7th wonder of the world. Do you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Well, only that it's the 8th wonder of the world.
If I would have done the intro, I would have done the 8th.
Oh, not.
Sorry, 7th.
It's okay.
If you want to do that and cut that part out.
That bit, yeah.
That's really wrong.
We'll leave that aside.
You can't be trusted.
Well, as opposed to here.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Good.
Well,
Eighth wonder of the world, yeah.
Hello,
where were we?
Yeah.
That's thrown you.
Well, what have you brought along?
I'm bending over because I'm going to show Exhibit A here. I'm going to walk up to the camera. Now, let me just walk up to the camera and show you that. You'll see that it says, fuel for less, save 10 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents off your fuel. And what that is all about is that I have been in the game of devising these repetitive trade schemes for quite a while, and I've never seen anything that works as well as a fuel discount. And the reason why is because if I was to give you the incentive to save up points and get a refrigerator, you'd probably say, look, I've got the beer fridge in the garage and I've got one in the kitchen, I really don't need a refrigerator. Yeah. Same goes for plasmas, or same goes for electrical equipment, or virtually anything.
Stuff.
Because certain things are appealing to males and certain things are appealing to females, but there's not much other than probably holidays and fuel discounts that are universally appealing. And so I trialled over the last number of years a fuel discount promotion with lots of retailers, and it's gone nuts. And so therefore what we've done in the last 6 to 12 months is develop that into a program which we license to businesses on an annual basis, whereby they can offer a fuel discount program that dwarfs Woolworths. So Woolworths at the moment have been running their petrol discount promotion since 1996,
right,
which I think demonstrates it might work.
Yeah.
And they give 4 cents a litre away. Every now and again they'll put it up, but mostly they give 4 cents a litre away. Now the thing that I think stinks about the Woolworths scheme is that they give 4 cents a litre if you spend $30, or they give you 4 cents a litre if you spend $130. So it's the only loyalty scheme in the world where the benefits aren't proportionate to the spend.
Right.
And I think that's wrong. Every other, whether it be frequent flyer points or flybys, you spend more, you get more points.
Right.
Well, the way that this Fuel for Less works is that for every $50 someone spends in your shop, they receive 10 cents a litre off their petrol, up to 50 litres. So they go out to any petrol station they like, anywhere in Australia, and they actually simply get the receipt, and they scan that receipt or upload it or take a photo of it with their iPhone, and they send that through to the Fuel for Less site, which is a website, and we pay the rebate straight into their account.
Do you think some of the retailers might be wondering how they can compete with someone like Woolworths and Coles on that? Can you explain how they can be just as competitive?
No, I haven't got a clue, actually, no.
Okay, well, I think we're finished.
No. That wraps up the interview pretty quickly. Thank you very much. A good question, because this actually puts them not on a level playing field. This actually puts them way ahead of Woolworths if they do it very cleverly. I have a butcher who owns 3 butcheries in a particular regional area of Australia, and 2 of them are outside Woolworths. And he said that this is the first time ever in the last 20 odd years, keep in mind Woolworths have been running their fuel discount since 96, first time ever he's been able to not just match them but blitz them. So because he's offering 10 cents a litre for every $50, he had a sign just before Christmas outside his store which said, spend $200 with Woolworths, you get 4 cents a litre on your meat. Spend $200 with Woolworths on your meat, you get 4 cents a litre. Or you can spend $200 on your meat with us, you get 40 cents a litre.
Excellent.
And the reason he gets 40 cents is because there's 4 lots of $50 within that $200, so therefore it's 4 lots of 10 cents. Did you want me to perhaps demonstrate how it works with a little magic card?
That'd be great, John.
It's a little bit, and I'll drop my sarcasm for a second because it's a little bit...
And we can do some role play.
You can do some role play. It's
JD. No, we know
it's a little difficult from where we are because you're sitting, but I'll bring up the card and just so you can see that. So what happens is that when you take out the Fuel for Less discount licence for 12 months, you get a whole bunch of these cards which you distribute to your customers. And on the back of the card is a barcode. Okie dokie, so you can see a barcode there, and that is going to identify that person with that's the unique barcode. Now what happens is that when you are a Fuel for Less licensee, we give you a Fuel for Less app which appears on your phone like that, and you'll see there that all you have to do when Mrs. Smith comes in and spends $64 in your shop, you get out your iPhone, which we've given you the free app, you use this scanner system here, and let me see if I can just do that for you. So therefore I will press the scan here.
We're still here.
You're still here? Yeah. Did I just take over your TV show? Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah. So therefore I'm going to, give me a sec, customer. Okay, so therefore let me just see if I can get that up for you. Yeah, the light, oh there you go. Okay, so therefore I'm going to press in $64 there, if I can. Okay, give me a second. $64. So therefore I go 6, I go 4, and then I press done. Did that come up on the screen? Hopefully it did. I said process. I'm coming on the screen, and it says, is that the right amount of money? And I say yes. And then it says, okay, well what we'll do is we'll tell the Fuel for Less website that Mrs. Smith's just spent $64 in the big tick, and it's through. So hopefully my camera work was, dodgy as it might be. Let's give you the impression.
No, that's great. At least they know that you're the guy that knows how to use it too.
Thank you. Yeah, well, because I have to come and spend my time with the shop because I couldn't dare leave it up to you to use it. So when they take the licence, I just go and live there for a month or so. Yeah.
So I've just, if I was a customer and I walk in there, do you find that it's hard for the retailers to explain it to the customers, or how does that work? Do you give them guidance in that?
Yep. What happens is that we provide artwork to all of this sort of collateral. So therefore, this sort of stuff, I'll just show it quickly to the scheme. So therefore, we give you collateral to send out to the letterboxes. That happens to be a DL leaflet where it explains to everybody how it works, or if it happens to be a leaflet that looks like that, we provide point of sale material, artwork. But when I say, sorry, we provide that, with the licence we provide access to a membership site for the retailer who goes there and downloads all the artwork for posters and for newspaper advertisements, for radio commercials, for TV commercials, anything you want. Depending upon what size business you are, you might want to run a TV ad.
to market to their list, hopefully.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So
Talked about before.
yeah, yeah. And it's very simple for the customers to understand because they are so used to petrol discounts because of Woolworths and Coles, and they're so used to a lousy 4 cents a litre. You can imagine when you say we're starting at 10 cents, but for every $50 you get another 10 cents. So therefore, if you spend 100, you get 20 cents. 150, you get 30 cents.
Yeah.
So it's pretty special. And look, I know that, I mean, we're only messing around when we say it's the 8th wonder of the world, but I'll give you an example. The butcher business that has 3 butcheries, he launched it October 1, and by November 30 he was up over 30%.
Wow,
Nice.
great numbers.
Yeah, so, and look, will it work if you sit back and expect it to work by itself? No. I mean, he has put radio advertising behind it. We wrote some radio ads for him, which, if I do say so myself, were quite clever. It was like a news flash, and it came on the radio, you know, a local businessman, this is important news, a local businessman has discovered that sausages can power your motor car. And then it goes on to say, if you spend $50, you get 10. Yeah.
Very clever.
The thing that I think probably I haven't explained, which is important, is that if I said to you as a retailer, would you be prepared to give up 10% of your sale price to potentially dramatically increase your business? I bet you'd say yes.
Yes.
And everyone does. But of course, if you put a sign outside your shop and said 10% off, no one's going to come running in. They just won't.
Yeah.
The good thing about this is that all you do is commit to a 10% of your sale price going towards a fuel for less kitty, and the rest does it for you. So if you say, look, for every $50 I'm willing to give away $5 to get a new customer, then guess what? You just advertise, for every $50 I'll give 10 cents a litre off petrol up to 50 litres. 50 litres by 10 cents gives you $5. $5 is 10% of $50.
Yeah. So you said actually to get a new customer, isn't it also just to get your existing customers to keep coming back and back and back?
That's right.
It's really just to really lock them into loving that product so much.
Yep. That's
And
right.
then when they come back in, they might purchase some more while they're there collecting their fuel discount.
Well, what we have too is an automated email system. So say for argument's sake, Mrs. Smith has in her account, what we do is we allow the retailers to have a monthly reset or a quarterly reset. And I think it'd be handy at this point if you said, Jodie, what would that, what do you mean?
What do you mean by a monthly reset?
I'm glad you asked that question. Yeah, so what it means is that to incentivise customers to keep on spending, what we ask the retailer is, would you like to reset this on a monthly or quarterly basis? Now, say it's a monthly basis, and that's what the butcher did in this regional town. When it gets to the 25th, 26th of the month, we will send out an automated email to each one of the people that are registered through that card, the membership card,
right.
And we'll say, listen, your balance at the moment is sitting at $182. Do you realise if you spend just another $18
Right.
before the end of the month, then you will get 40 cents instead of 30 cents off the litre?
And I guess you've got the flexibility to send that email on your really quiet day or get them in when you're not busy to sort all that out.
Well, what he chose to do was that last few days of the month, because he was saying to them, look, at the end of each month, your account resets.
Right.
So therefore, what we say to them at the end of the month is that if you've got, say, $104 in your account at the end of the month and you haven't called upon your fuel discount rebate, it'll just simply say, listen, that $104 will still sit there and you can claim against that whenever you want, which means you can get 2 lots of $50, which is 2 lots of 10 centers. So you can get 20 cents a litre off that $104 whenever you like, but this month we're starting fresh.
Right.
Okay,
So you don't lose it.
No, you don't lose it, but we do have depending upon the decision that the client wants to make, we do have at the moment a 60-day period which they can actually claim it, and then it goes back to zero. But all we do is that we just have a monthly reset or a quarterly reset, so that we're saying to the customer, listen, you better hurry and get in and get this last purchase before the end of the month or before the end of the quarter, because you want to get that extra petrol discount.
I had a question just before you took a breath. If you've got different retailers in a shopping centre, I guess it doesn't even matter if they were all in your Fuel for Less program, because they're a different niche, it wouldn't even matter.
No, in
fact, to each other, would it?
In fact, in a lot of instances that would be an advantage, because the lady that's walking in with this, the Fuel for Less discount card, she goes from the butcher into the baker and the candlestick maker, and she gets the purchases that she has made all put onto the one barcode.
Oh,
See, that is
so
like,
you get issued one card for
everyone.
Everyone. Oh, that's a great idea.
So say it was a country town, and I was shopping at 3 or 4 merchants in town. Because I've got the one card with the one identification barcode, so it's like a flyby, it's much the same really.
Yeah.
All of my purchases go into my own Fuel for Less account, and that tabs up, and for every $50 increment within that account, I get 10 cents a litre off my petrol.
Just a question about the accounts. I'm going crazy now with questions. When they have an account, how do they know that that's a safe place for their fuel money? You know.
Yep. Okay. I think probably what you are asking is that how do they
Tell me what to ask again and I'll ask it.
No, that's fine. It's that's a good question, and I won't even be sarcastic because it's a financial question. This one, so I better not be too silly.
Yeah, I better be careful asking a financial question.
But
Why else on your pay scale?
So what happens is that.
That's just
That's a phone.
We're in a lift, actually. We're in a lift. It's just elevator
The
music.
music's going.
That's we're in a meeting conference room at Sanctuary,
start rocking.
at Sanctuary Cove. Goodness me, that's the other phone. Right. Why don't we, whoever's cutting this, how about we take that last minute out?
Yes.
You asked the question again. So this is take 2 of Naomi asking about the financials. And what you probably want to ask there, the fact that we've recorded the purchases from the butcher, baker, council maker in that account, that's neither here nor there, because that's just a recording of their purchases. But I think the real question you want to ask is that how do people feel secure? The consumer, how does the consumer
So I was just thinking about me being there. How would I feel secure about having my fuel money in that account? Is that the right question? No. Ask it again.
Yeah, I think what you want, because we don't have your fuel money in there, we've just got a recording of your purchases, that's all. There's no real money.
Okay, maybe I should say that. So, okay. Wait a minute. So, JG, what you have is a recording of my purchases as a person buying things, rather than just cash of mine.
That's
so there's a difference.
We don't have any money of yours. All it is that what's recorded on this little card.
Right.
It's purely and simply the purchases that you made at the butcher shop or the hairdresser or what have you. So we're not holding any of your money. What happens is that when a retailer takes out the 12-month licence from us, they actually put it $500 or $1,000 or whatever they want into a Fuel for Less kitty. And it's from that kitty that we draw the rebates that we give to the customers.
Right.
So say, for example, if the butcher has put $1,000 into the committee and there's been 25 people that have claimed $20 a piece, and that $1,000 is getting down to a few $100s, when it gets to a level like 100 or 150, we have an automated email system that will tell that butcher, look, just like the tollways, your kitty has got to a low point and we suggest you top it up.
Okay.
I was going to say, with such a fantastic offering going right now, JD, is there still room for people to get in and get on board with this Fuel for Less system?
I'm glad you asked that, Adam. We only have one space.
One space left. Sorry, retailers.
Hang on, I've already got it then. Sorry, guys. Yeah, where is it?
But hurry, you get to ring the number on the bottom of your screen. Look, the licence fee is $4,920 for 12 months. And that equates to $410 a month. And I would challenge any retailer to find a sophisticated, or anywhere near a sophisticated loyalty program like this that does 2 things: acquires customers because it's pretty sexy, and secondly gets them to repetitively spend with you for $410 a month. You just won't find
it means it's accessible to every retailer that I can think of.
Yeah, there's not too many people. I mean, I've had a lot of inquiry from it. We haven't really launched it in a big way just yet. I only just did a soft launch back in around about the September period last year, and it was a huge response to it, and I thought, well, gee, look, let's just back off and make sure that we can handle this first before we actually make it open to a wider audience, which we can now. The thing is that if the retailer comes on board for $4,920 for a 12-month licence, I think it's probably one of their better investments. What we give them for that is all of the access to the marketing artwork and the collateral and the radio ad script and the TV scripts and so forth. But I must say that if you do take the licence and you don't market it via a letterbox brochure or direct mail or however you normally market, then it won't work.
Yeah.
It's got to have noise behind it, like anything else. You've got to put noise behind it.
So for a retailer, how many hours per week would they have to put into the marketing? Can you give them some guidance?
Well, I don't know so much. I don't know that. I don't think it'd be very much at all. I mean, because we provide all of these things.
Everything.
Yeah, all of these things here. You'll see there that you just put your details and your name at the bottom of that. So really, we've created templates in such a fashion that with the radio script, you just put your name in. With all of the brochures and the newspaper advertisements, you put your name in. I'd be surprised if a retailer had to spend any more than an hour a week on organising the marketing of this program.
Yeah. So the whole program really is a done-for-you program.
Yep.
You've built it all up to encompass everything for them, so all they've got to do is go out and run it.
Pretty much. And the other thing, Adam, which is very good with this, is because the membership card invites the customer to go onto the website and put their details in, then of course you've got an instant database.
Yeah.
So even if you have been a bit slack in collecting a database, this thing will do it automatically for you. Because they can't get their fuel discount unless they actually provide us with their details. And sorry, Naomi, you did ask before with regards to the payment of the rebate. We just ask the consumers to provide us with their details of where they want their money put into, and that's put into their account via a secured PayPal system.
So it's very safe.
So it's very, very safe. Now, if they don't feel comfortable with that and a customer wants, Mrs. Smith wants a cheque, we'll send them a cheque.
Okay.
So it's not like they have to go through the online deposit system if they don't want it. Yeah.
So what do you find now? To most people, they're happy with it straight into their account?
99.9%.
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty knowledgeable now of the PayPal system.
The internet banking is, everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Most people are.
Yeah.
So how do our viewers get access to it? Have you got some sort of special deal for them? I didn't actually check with you.
Special bat phone?
Special bat phone.
Or a special secret JD thing?
There's a website, and our trusty editor is probably putting this website on the screen across here.
So if you go to the link on the screen.
And I'll tell you what it is just in case he does stuff else.
Yeah.
It's fuelyoursales.com.au. So if you go to fuelyoursales.com.au and everything's on there. It's here. Isn't that funny?
And there is a special code to put in for.
There is a special code, and because we are going to offer a very special deal for Naomi and Adam's database, of which you obviously are a member. And so if you can actually put a special code in there, and the code is
retail. Very simple. Just put retail in the promo box, which JD will provide on the website.
Mm-hmm. So therefore, when you go onto the site, there will be an application form, and that doesn't mean to say when you fill that out that we're going to hit your credit card. It's just for us to get details about your business, and at the end of that, it'll say promo code. And if you put into that box the word retail, we'll know that you're part of Adam and Naomi's world, and you will get a special deal.
A special deal. Thanks very much for that, JD.
My pleasure.
Yeah, you did it.
Naomi, didn't I see you in Subway yesterday?
Yes, you did. I was in there getting a sandwich for my daughter and was most impressed with their incentive program, which they had up on their counter. They had an incentive to go to their website and to fill out a 1-minute survey, and if you did that, you got a free cookie.
Wow, so actually they're building their list, collecting the data of all their clients coming into their store. They're giving them an incentive to actually take action and do something, fill out the survey, and making them come back into the store again and getting their cookie next time they come in the store. So we think that's 2 thumbs up to Subway.
2 thumbs up, and although they're big guys, small businesses can also have a continuity program, and in fact it's easier for them to implement because they're small. It's far more flexible to implement quickly. So well done.
And that's all for Retail Gossip.
Yeah, you did it. And that brings us to the end of our show, and that's all for Talk Retail TV this week.
Special thanks to JD, an absolute guru, the man who brought out Jerry Seinfeld to do the Greater Building Society of Newcastle.
And if you've got any other questions about the Fuel for Less program, or you'd like to go to the website and get that great deal, simply click on the link below and you can have some questions answered. Make sure when you fill out your form you use our unique code that JD has given for our viewers uniquely, and that code is, Adam?
Retail.
Which is spelled R-E-T-A-I-L.
On our next show we have something super special for you.
It's secret, it's undercover, and we might get in trouble.
So we'd rather beg forgiveness
than actually ask for permission.
So look out for Talk Retail TV in your inbox.
See you next week. Yes. I don't know.